4-yard line. Bradford going to lead the Cardinals up now 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Oh, now he bowls him over. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he cuts it out right sidelines. His touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, 68 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And some room to maneuver. And all the way down to the 35. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards.
That was a nice pickup. Some chunk yardage there. Some of those big yards downfield with a little bit of rack thrown in there. A little run after catch. And it came on a crossing route. I can just hear one of my friends who won 4 Super Bowls as a quarterback always said the same thing. What route does a defense hate? Crossing route. Hate it, hate it, hate it, because it's hard to change direction when they get going full speed in the other way.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And that is incomplete. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Myers able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Earlier, Charles, we talked about the Cardinals' 1-6 start and that 45-10 loss to Denver in a nationally televised broadcast last week, Week 7. So where do they go from here? Because obviously things are not working.
You're exactly right. And look, we knew they would likely take some lumps this year. Rookie head coach, rookie quarterback eventually getting the job. But I'm not sure we saw the fall being this steep. There's still elements of that team that was perennially a playoff team under their previous coaching staff. So I didn't know they would fall off the cliff this fast. They've just got to find a way to get their running back, David Johnson, fully integrated into the offense because he can make some big-time plays and open things up for other people.
Yeah, coming into the year, Johnson said he wanted 1,000 rushing and 1,000 receiving yards, and he's not near those totals right now. And this is incomplete. The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On play action, Bradford. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cardinals. J.J. Nelson, 65 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Jets offense set to take over. And it was a tough Week 7 for Sam Darnold in that 20-point loss to Minnesota. Now, look, it wasn't all his fault. You told me that. The running game struggled, but 3 interceptions, a couple of fumbles, one of them lost. He was just off a little bit.
He certainly was, and it evoked memories of the criticism of him coming out of college. Too many turnovers, not just the interceptions, but taking care of the ball in the pocket. You just mentioned those. But the Jets were still in it at the half. They're only down 10-7. The problem is they're trying to do it against the Minnesota Vikings, who are so tough on defense. They pulled away in the second half. When you don't get Isaiah Crowell going running the football, what's it, the last 2 weeks, 24 carries, 69 yards after putting up over 200 against Denver? That's going to be the result. Sam Darnold will struggle a little bit more.
And now the Jets below 500 at 3-4.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. He's going to look deep down the field. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Stop right there. Stop right there.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle by Tremaine Johnson.
And, Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
On third down, Bradford. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Stop right there. Stop right there. There we go. Stop right there. Stop right there.
Bradford to throw for it on 4. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, and they've got it here with a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Monday.
A 1st down throw for Bradford. And Gresham's got it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Now a handoff. Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Dawson tacks on the point after. And the lead is up to 18 now. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Following the interception, Bradford underneath for Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Down right around the 25. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Bradford to throw it into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, Charles, pretty big piece of news around the NFL on Monday the 22nd. Dallas Cowboys, all the talk about them needing a big-time target out wide. They went and got Amari Cooper.
The speculation was there. The discussion was there. But then late Monday, as you noted, it became real. The Cowboys decided they needed a WR1 and went to Oakland and got Amari Cooper and gave up their #1 draft pick for 2019 in return.
What do you think of the fit there?
I think the fit is excellent. Dallas screaming for a wide receiver who can attract attention, stretch the field, and make big plays over the top. He can do all of that. He should help his quarterback, Dak Prescott, become an even better player.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Robert Kimdichie, the one to bring him down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
To throw is Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And he's got a move run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. This quarterback now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Back to throw, Darnold. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Dayon Buchanan in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Here's Darnold. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters?
That's caught inside the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 58 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw it.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Brandon Copeland in there to get him for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Bradford. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. In for the score. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A final shot before the break, Darnold, and that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. The safety, Buda Baker, there to force the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They'll throw now on the final play. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. Andre Roberts now to return it. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Darnold. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Chandler Jones able to drop him for a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Trying to lay one up deep. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Darnold. He's got Curse. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down. 43 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Chris Herndon, 36 yards. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Here's Myers now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. And a huge return as they take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Flushed out right. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A first down carry now for Crown. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Darnold from the gun. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They come out here in the eye.
Detroit!
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Dumping it off for Johnson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Here we go, 5-5.
They go to Johnson again. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, Now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding it out.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Bradford now to throw on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for a shot.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Marcus May with a pick. He's at the 30. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Now Myers for the extra point. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And we are all tied at 28. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some...
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Working out of the gun, Bradford. And Nelson's got it here right side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially again.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Marcus May with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll try and run for it with Crowell. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A good run on 1st down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They're going to run this with a tight end. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They come up in an offset eye. They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. They come out here in the I.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Chris Herndon, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets are going to take the lead. Here's Myers now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being...
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Leonard Williams. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. On play action, Bradford. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. 3rd and long for Bradford. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Desperation time. Bradford on 4th down. Now he's flushed out right. Now he's going to go up top over the... And my goodness, another interception. Darren Lee picks it, and the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Crowell. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Golden. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's got some space here. He's at the 50, 30, 10. Touchdown, New York Jets. This game wasn't tied for long. How about that? A big return here in the 4th.
And this is that time of game where every big play is magnified. fourth quarter, kick return for a touchdown. You've got to feel great about your chances at this stage of the game.
Yeah, they regained the lead. Now we'll see if they can hold it. Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Henry Anderson in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Second down, Bradford. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Bradford. A crusher there as it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And Darnold wants to throw the football. And it's caught. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Isaiah Crowell taking it in from a yard out. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's that's fielded in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Darnold now to throw. He's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
His throw incomplete. The former Clemson Tiger, Sharon Peak, was the target, and it's third down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Now it's Darnold, dancing to his left. Going underneath for Crowell. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The Tide Bulls tried it, went for it, but it didn't pay off. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. A first down throw for Bradford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say cheerio from London.
Yeah. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man.